Hello and welcome back to this episode of The Sugar Show. I am so excited that you are going to meet my next guest because there has been so much buzz about all she's doing. I know that you have heard of E.F.Tropics and Epilfree and Illuminating Pink. And I mean, our community is buzzing with everything there is to know about the next guest products. And so I thought I'd bring her on to the Sugar Show to tell us herself why everything is so wonderful. So this is Rene Stufano. Hi, Renee.
Hi. I feel goosebumps just from listening to your excitement.
And it's fun. It's fun. You know what I love is when the folks in the Love to Sugar community actually ask me to bring certain guests on because they want to know more. And you are one of those guests.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Your product lines have really caused a stir in a great way. And so I just thought we would go straight to you to ask you all the questions that they have been asking me. So thank you for coming on. I
Sure.
love, Renee is actually in Jupiter, Florida, which is not too far from me. I'm in Fort Lauderdale at the moment. And so we are going to get up there and do a little sugaring in that office of yours, Missy.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so let's talk about Epilfree. You have lots of products in your line, but this podcast is going to be about Epilfree. I know that people are hearing it on different webinars and on socials, and it's created that excitement. So help us to understand basically what is Epilfree?
So Epilfree is a permanent solution for unwanted hair. It's not a device. So we're in the same category with laser, IPL, or electrolysis. But Epilfree consists of two serums that are 100% natural. So, and the big difference between the devices and and Epilfree would be that, first of all, we don't have to see color in the hair shaft or anything like that. Epilfree works strictly on an empty follicle. So that's what makes it a great go-to for people who are doing sugaring.
We were talking about this before the show about when, as we know, sugaring extracts the whole hair, and it really does lend itself well to, if we extract that whole hair, to pack that follicle back in with natural ingredients, and Epilfree does the job. So what is it that Epilfree is actually doing in that empty follicle? So we've extracted the hair using sugaring. What are the ingredients actually doing in there?
So there are two serums that are used. The serum that goes on first is called an activator, serum A. The activator actually opens that follicle up 4 times its natural size and begins to stop the duplication of cells in the base of the follicle. The second serum goes on and actually stops the duplication of cells in the base of that follicle 100%. So that follicle never works again. So it's a process of reduction, like any of the other methods that we're in line with. Ours just does it in a different way, a very gentle way, with no side effects and no limitations, really.
Okay, sugar audience. So the thing about Epilfree is it's a little bit different for pre and post. When you sugar, you're used to cleansing, powdering, sugaring, hydrating, right? With Epilfree, it's going to be a little different. And explain, Renee, what the protocol is and how it will be different pre-sugar. And then we'll talk about post in a minute. So talk about pre-sugar, what you want to tell them to do.
Okay, so when you come for the certification, of course, we'll go into the complete protocol. You'll see a demo and everything.
For sure.
We'll go into detail about this. But prior to the treatment, anywhere on the body, we ask our patient to please cleanse that area an hour before. So if they're doing their face, we want them to cleanse their face an hour before. Don't put on any lotion, makeup, oils, no powder, nothing. Anywhere on the body, like if they're doing their legs, we ask them to shower with soap and water. When they come out, no lotion. So nothing goes on the skin after it's cleansed. So no lotion, no deodorant, no powder, no oil, no perfume, nothing like that. And it's specifically better if they can do it an hour before the treatment, because that allows the skin to settle back down to its normal pH, which is a 7. Mm-hmm. So everything in the Epilfree process has to do with pH levels. So occasionally there'll be a person who come in and they'll have their makeup on because they were at work or something like that. And we always tell people, go ahead and cleanse that off and wait 10 or 15 minutes before you start if possible. And you'll still get a good treatment, but we really want to support everyone in getting the very best treatment possible.
Yeah, which is going to be interesting for sugar professionals, Renee, because
Oh,
they're used to cleansing and powdering before sugar.
yeah.
But I am here to tell them that it is possible to have a client come in, especially probably in the morning for sugar clients, before they get sweaty throughout the day, you know, they have their makeup on and whatnot, have them come in first thing in the morning with a fresh face, fresh bikini, fresh legs, no lotion, no deodorant, no anything. And then you can begin sugaring them. You don't have to have powder, which might blow some minds in the sugar world. You do not have to have powder in order to extract that hair. The powder is meant to keep the skin dry. It's meant to keep that skin at a state where we can roll the sugar over it. Okay. And when you get trained in this, you'll be able to understand exactly how to do this a little bit further with sugar and exactly the steps. But I want you to understand that what you do is you have them come in with a clean body part, and then you just pull the sugar ball out and get to sugaring.
Precisely.
And as soon as you, right? I mean, you just start. And as soon as you extract that hair in a section, and again, you're going to learn how to do this once you get certified. And once you extract that hair in a section, the first activator goes on. Yes. The first serum goes on. Sugar a section, serum, sugar a section, serum, right? Until you finish underarms, face, bikini, whichever. And then the second serum goes on, and then that's it. No hydration after, no nothing. So talk about the importance of the A and B.
Okay, so A actually goes in and raises the pH of that. So in order to open that follicle to a large size, it opens the follicle 4 times its natural size. And seriously, I've looked at it with a microscope and it looks like these giant craters. And sometimes you can even see it on the skin. So that's what A does. That's why the pH levels are so important. And it's important that you don't use anything ahead of time, because there isn't one active ingredient in Epilfree that stops the follicles from working or stops the duplication of cells. It's the exact combination of herbs that do it. So anything that you would add pre-treatment would change that perfect balance. So that's why we don't want anything on there. So the activator opens the follicle. The pH of our activator is somewhere between 8 and 9. And then after the activator sits for the appropriate length of time, part B goes on, and part B goes into the follicle as well. And over a period of 6 hours, it stops the duplication of cells 100%. So the post-treatment then would be for 6 hours, they have to leave that area alone. So the part B solution has a light polymer in it, so it seals off the skin. So fabrics and everything like that, okay. Clothing is okay to put on, of course. But for 6 hours, we ask people, don't go to the gym, don't go swimming, don't take a shower, don't put on your makeup, don't put on lotion, no oils, no powders for 6 hours. After the 6 hours, you're a free bird. So it's really simple.
And remember, Sugar Pros, this is a treatment. So they have to understand, there's education involved for your client, right? They come in, fresh skin, they get sugared, you put the serums on, they have to follow home care, which is the 6-hour home care. It's just part of this treatment for better results. So how long until a client sees like the first round of results? Do you see a really big difference after the first? Explain kind of when they see first results and when, if it's possible, to not have hair in that area anymore.
All right. So that is a really great question. During the trainings, I spend a ton of time on the consultation. I think that's the most important part of the treatment. As far as what we've just discussed with you, you can see it's easy. It's easy to do. I mean, there are little details like gloves have to be changed in between the serums and different things like that. But the most important thing, I think, is the mindset when you're approaching something like this. And really understanding yourself, how many hair follicles are on the body, the rotation of the cycles of hair. No 2 people have the same rotation, not even 2 areas of the body are the same. So I've had people that I've treated who've been totally finished 100% after 2 treatments. I've had people who have taken maybe 13 or 14 treatments. We've seen others who have used like 5 treatments on their leg. Their face took, or no, this was underarms. Their underarms took like 9 treatments. So it all depends on the person and their rotation of cells, or the rotation of the
Sure.
stages of hair growth. So Epilfree works on the anagen phase hair, just like laser or IPL. We have some people who have their treatment. The next time it looks like it's half gone. The next time it looks like it's almost gone. The next time it is gone. We have people who come in and have a treatment. The next time it looks like it did when they started. The next time it looks like it did when they started. The next time it looks like it did when they started. Maybe 4, 5, 6 times down the road, they start seeing. So that's one of the things I spend a lot of time on, because there's nothing we can do to speed up their rotation of the stages.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. We can't fight biology, but we sure can give it a nudge.
No, and we want to. Like, we're fast. We want things to happen fast. I want Amazon to deliver what I want before I even call them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So what around is, I know that different body parts and different kits, and you go through this in your training, but what is about the cost per treatment? About for a reasonable area? Obviously legs, it's a lot more, but what is the cost per treatment about?
It totally depends on the area and the amount that you're doing. So for example, we have an add-on price sheet, and our add-on price sheet is a suggested add-on. And so we really take the waxing or the sugaring part of it out of the scenario so that our professionals can see exactly what their profit is. Yeah. So it's a very high profit margin treatment. And we want to make sure all of our estheticians are making money with this. We have a no Groupon policy. So we don't allow Epilfree on Groupon because we don't want to lower its value. Yeah. And so on the face, for example, eyebrows, we suggest adding $50 to what you're already charging. Yeah. So if you're charging $20, that would make that treatment $70 per treatment. And we also recommend selling packages. And of course, the larger the package, the better. For sure. Yeah. So like with Brazilian, if you're charging $80 for a Brazilian, you can add 100 to that and charge 180 per treatment with Epilfree, which would be $1,800 for a package of 10. Yeah. So keep in mind, you're offering a permanent, this is a permanent hair reduction. The hair that you treat every time they come in, it's in an anagen phase, is never going to grow again. Simple. Yeah. Yeah. And after the amount of treatments that's right for that person, they are not going to have hair, and it's a permanent solution. So it's a high bar treatment, you guys. You know, Sugar Pros, I get this question a lot with products like this, and I think it's a good one, and I have a great answer for you. I get a lot of questions about people say, well, isn't that taking business away? If I permanently remove the Brazilian hair that I have been sugaring and making money on for the last few years on a client, why would I stop that gravy train, right? And my answer to you, Sugar World, and Beauty World, is if someone has only been doing Brazilians with you, they have hair on the rest of their body. So if they're going to do Brazilians with you, why not have it go away permanently? Why not be the one that people come to and say, oh yeah, then I don't have to deal with this anymore. It'll be gone permanently. And I promise you that if their bikini is gone permanently, they're going to be asking for underarms. They're going to be asking for legs, arms, tummy trails, booty cheeks. They're going to want you to take all of the hair off permanently. That's exactly what happens. They do. They do. They just do. So you're actually opening up their mind to coming back to you, because laser treatments are not cheap, folks, and they do not feel good, and not everyone can do them, right? So if you're someone who is just, you have Sally, she's been your client for forever, you've got her down to, it's easy to do her Brazilians, no big deal. Maybe she just gets an extended, super easy. You can add Epilfree, get that Brazilian dialed, and then move on to face, lip, cheeks, any other part of the body, you know, and you, in essence, still have that same client. You've just given her a more amazing experience, which is, I mean, twist your arm to not ever have to do your bikini again. Done. Right? So it actually, I think, kicks you up a notch in
truly sugar professionals, you are showing them the way to remove hair. Number one, you're using sugar because we all know it's a better form of hair removal. And number two, you're following up with the Epilfree and showing them that you have the tools to keep the hair gone, right? Which is super, super important. So talk about the certification. So some of these folks that are on the podcast right now are going to be like, wow, yeah, I want to get this going. I want to start this. So it is really pretty easy to get started with this. And how do people interact with your company? Share that information.
So we offer complimentary certifications, and we have those online every Monday live. So I do those myself.
Complimentary, but required.
Oh yeah. So
Yes.
In order to purchase Epilfree, you have to be certified. Okay, everyone who's certified receives a certification number, and that number is necessary when you're purchasing from any of our distributors' websites or us. And mainly it's that way because we want to make sure everyone is getting fantastic results. So as long as everyone knows exactly how to do it, we're sure you've got the protocol in place. Epilfree works on every human. So if someone doesn't have the result, it's because something is missing in the protocol. And this way everyone knows the specific protocol, how to do it, and the results are unbelievable.
And that's, I think, really critical for you to remember, audience, is you're not going to just pick up a sugar ball and be able to sugar. You're not going to just squirt some serum on and the hair's not going to come back. You have to understand and learn the protocol. And you really have to be able to answer to your clients what is exactly going on. And you're going to have to sell it a little bit, right? So you're going to have to be able to share with your clients why this is going to work for them and how to talk about it. And if you have any questions, the Epilfree team, the E.F.Tropics team is really there to help you. And we are really blessed because inside our Love to Sugar community, there are distributors inside our community that can answer questions as well. And they're highly trained and they can answer sugar specific questions inside the group. So feel free to ask inside the group for sure.
Oh yeah. We also have a really great resource on Facebook. It's a closed group, Epilfree US discussion. And that's only open to professionals. And that's where everybody takes their questions. We have a few hundred people and they're all using Epilfree. And it's really great for support.
That's awesome.
Everything. Yeah.
Because the key is to learn proper technique, proper application in order to see the results that Renee is cheering about, to see the results that I cheer about. Like if you're not doing it right, it's not going to work. And you can't blame sugar and you can't blame the serum for not working if it's operator error, right?
That's exactly right. Absolutely. 100%.
For sure, for sure. Renee, thank you so much for coming on to the show. I know that so many people are hearing the buzz about this and it's sparked them to try something new in the treatment room. We're all about being sweet and strong in 2021. And I think this is just a great way to add on something in your treatment room that is going to be such a benefit to your client and such a benefit to your bottom line. So thank you so much. And I look forward to interviewing you about other things in the very, very near future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it too. I hope you have a great day, Shannon.
You too. All right, Sugar Pros, you've heard it. There is a way to get hair gone for good. So check out Epilfree and all of the information is going to be in the show notes. Have a fabulous day. Are you listed on the Sugar Network or looking for a sugar professional? Check it out. We have training on lovetossugar.com. We are here for you every step of the way. So keep listening. Lots of ways to get involved. Have a sweet day.